My name's Steve Scammell and my company's called Control Freaks. We are here providing a special mix and overlay system that enables the director to be able to pre-visualise or actually see the background that would be going in against a green screen in real time in conjunction with the camera move. We take normal studio camera equipment or location camera equipment like a dolly and a head, and we put encoders on there. These are small devices that actually read the position of the equipment as it moves, and we get a real-time output from this.
We can take that data and put it into a 3D package and then use that to actually drive a virtual camera around a virtual set.
So you have a live foreground and you have the background in Maya that's been created previously.
This project particularly was an issue for us with doing conventional tracking because we have ash, pumice, dust, smoke, everything that's just going to fall down in front of a green screen, which will corrupt the green screen, so that potentially was compromising our keys, but also means that any tracking markers have to be removed and they can't just be keyed out. So we needed to find a way of actually being able to give the director moving shots rather than just saying you've got to lock off the camera, which was the alternate option. And so an encoded head was the obvious way. Mix and overlay just gave us the on-set pre-visualization, which just added more production value to it.
Normally we're sort of expecting where the things are going to be. It's going to be up there, it's going to be here. But with the mix and overlay system, we can actually move things around and put it in the actor's eye line, and we can show the actor what's going to be in that picture, so that when they go on and play their role, they can actually act to the thing that they see.
If the camera's behind you and the volcano's over there, but you're looking there, it shows on camera.
Yeah.
So it's handy to run back and just say, okay, just to tweak an eye line, even something as small as that, helps just to have that overlay on the monitor.
One particular scene comes to mind is on the boat when all three actors had to look in a particular place. And of course, particularly difficult to work it out. And yeah, with the technology we had, while I had it on the camera, we could very quickly kind of get our head around it and get them looking at the same place.
If, when you're looking at the mix and overlay, they have put a big sun on the horizon somewhere, you know that that's going to be your light source. You can change it, but it does sometimes give you a really good insight into how it's going to look in the grand scheme of things, rather than you just lighting two faces foreground and hoping that the background matches.
On set, we've been able to actually make quite a lot of adjustments to the 3D set. So if we didn't have a street where we wanted one, we could create one quite quickly. We could even move the whole 3D world around to sweeten up an angle on the built set. This wasn't really in our planning to begin with, but I know that Red Vision worked very hard to give Mitch as much flexibility as possible, because the shot's got to look great. I mean, whether it's all been worked out in 3D ahead of time kind of doesn't really matter. If it doesn't look great, it's not going to be in the movie. So we need that degree of flexibility, and the Control Freaks system allows us to see that flexibility happening.
So much about editing is geography and space, and with green it's very hard to get a full sense of the space that you're working in, but with these backgrounds you certainly get a sense of the space in the world. So, I mean, if you look at this scene here, when you're working within a story, it doesn't give you much sense. It could be steps at a courthouse or anything like that, So the difference is, if I run this scene, you can now see that the characters are high up and that they are on a coastline with boats in the background. You can tell it's the docks, and you just, suddenly the wind and the hair makes sense. The space makes sense. It's big, wide open spaces, which I wouldn't have had with the green screen, so you can change you choose appropriate music to go with that, so suddenly the scene feels epic, so the whole production feels epic. Her departing shot would be a less without that background there.
Because we are doing this rough key, it does tell us at which point it just will not work. To be honest, you can eyeball it, it's not too difficult, but it's another help in the sense that if this can key it, and it is a very, very rough key, then we know with the sophisticated keys we've got today, we will get there.
It's hugely beneficial. It saves us an awful lot of time and is hopefully going to be very profitable too.
By using this new camera tracking technology, we can actually afford more CG than we could have afforded in the past.